Hey guys, this is SGP Karting in Luhu, Shenzhen, China. It's an indoor electric karting place. You will join me momentarily in my first session. These electric karts are fairly new. The place is only open recently. The structure is based out of a garage and it's not very big, but it gets the job done. The space that they have, a couple of hard U-turns, a couple of chicanes, 3 actually, and which makes it really challenging, fun, and a very tight corner here. This track again is very new, and this place is new, and the facilities are all good. So let's sit back, relax, and let's ride. This is post-commentated because I don't have a microphone on my camera to pick up my audio. What I'm thinking is, okay, let's fill the card out and see what's the end, where can I push, where do I need to brake. This is my first time at this track. I've been to other outdoor karting locations in China, especially Shenzhen. So I wanted to try this to see how it stacks up and compares against those. I'll make future videos about those tracks in the future. Hopefully you guys will like this type of karting video. We will probably be doing them pretty much regularly on the channel. So, again, as I'm going around this track, I'm just seeing where to push, where to brake, and maybe I'm stomping the brake a bit too hard. Maybe I'm hitting throttle and gas a bit too much and spinning the car, drifting the car, losing tenths of a second here and there. But, you can only do what you can do, So, at the end of the day, so let's go get some karting done, and I'm going to let you guys enjoy a high-sped portion of this. So, let's go.
Let's go!
So that was pretty much like a good chunk of the first session. Sped up. I'm more familiar with the track. I'm more familiar with what I need to do. I'm still getting used to the cart. and whatnot. So they have a stipulation to where they will unlock the third gear, which is 65 kilometers per hour in these cars, if we can get a time under 30 seconds. So we'll see what we can do in this session, see what our best lap is, and yeah. So what I noticed about some of these corners is that you really either need to take them slower, or you need to drift the kart into the corner and give up more time coming out, because sometimes when you're in the corners you just feel like you're going so slow and you want to push the kart, but you can't do that. So again, you know, running the session, and they are 8-minute sessions per round. Currently there's no one else on track. Don't know why, and it's a Friday night. Karting is a big thing in Shenzhen. Shenzhen has multiple outdoor venues that people really like to go to. However, probably during the weekend, on Saturday and Sunday, this place is probably fully packed. During the weekdays, it opens around 10 and it closes around 9 p.m. During the weekdays. Weekends, it will open same time but end a bit later, as to accommodate the weekend rush here. So that was session number 1. Again, like I said, it's 8 minutes long, and he's not going to let me pull in the pits. He's just going to let me sit right there because, you know, another rider's coming. Again, these are electric cars. They're very new, and they have an entire fleet. So here's my time. My best lap was a 30.844. Quite not good enough to get unlocked for third gear. So we'll see what we can do in the second session here. This is where we're picking up at. Just starting. We are trying to see how much more grip and more confidence in myself I can put into the kart here. As I've gone on in these sessions, I got more and more confidence, and it certainly showed, especially my third session. That would be the last session in the video. However, for that session, I transitioned my camera, mainly focusing on my hands and my feet, not the tracks. I tend to make more mistakes in the third session, but I seem like I got a faster time. So again, I'm going to speed up the clip here. It's pretty much going around. I'm hot lapping, going as quick as I can, trying to figure out what a better line is to certain corners, how much power to put down in certain places. So again, I'm going to be quiet and let you enjoy. session. So, one thing I wanted to point out here is this double apex corner. You really need to take it out, take it slower than you may think, or you're going to miss the apex, and then you're going to try to force yourself to make up for the rest of this lap. I was certainly doing that in my first session, missing the apex, both apexes, and then my third session, I completely missed the apexes, and just because I'm just thinking, okay, maybe I can get more out of the kart and get more out of the chicane. Maybe I can go faster in the chicane here, but it's very, very hard to get that switchback correct if you're, you know. But again, this karting facility is new. They can expand it. They can change the layout of the track. It's very simple. I do not have a time for my second session. I didn't go look at the board before another car came out, but it was a bit faster than my first session. Again, see, just missing the apex, chattering the rear tires. It'll be interesting to do like a feature race around here, for maybe 30 minutes, an hour or so, because that would be really interesting to see what these karts can do in the long run, and see if there's any variety between these karts, because I've gotten the same kart twice, kart number 21. So in the third clip I will get kart 11, a little bit of a preview and a spoiler for you guys. So this kart has a lot of understeer in it, and it really does overturn. You really need to wrestle the steering wheel and turn it back. So I'm gonna continue on here, and let's get it going on for the third session coming on up. Alright guys, we're here in the third session today. This time we're starting from pit road in kart 11, as I said. This time I'm going to focus mainly on my hands and my feet, and I want you to see how much more oversteer I have in this car. This car is way more oversteery, drifty than the other kart that I was in. So that can be an advantage if you know how to drive an oversteer kart versus an understeer kart. So what I noticed a lot of the times when I was going through the high-speed sections, it did want to step out sometimes. More so than this kart, more so than the other kart that I was in. I'm making my apexes as close as I can and learning, because these tires are cold. I don't have heat in them yet. So in this run, I will attempt to get under 30 seconds. When I come back next time, I will be have my third gear unlocked, 65 kilometers per hour on these cars. Maybe it's excessive, especially considering how the size of this track. You may get it down the back stretch and the front stretch, maybe, but that's pushing it, because you need to be heavy on the brakes, and depending on if there is loud traffic and if there is others in the way, you might not be able to hit that 65 kilometers per hour third gear if you get that to under 30 second time. Currently, it's about 8 o'clock. This is my third session. Again, after wrestling the kart for the first two karts, the first kart twice with a lot of understeer, I can tell you that my shoulders and my arms were fatigued by this point. And thank goodness this car was a bit more understeery than it was, or oversteery than understeery. Again, some of the cars that are going to have variety. Some of the batteries are going to be better than the others. They do a good job charging. I do I do recommend coming here if you are wanting to have fun as a karter. If you're in the area, have a free Friday night, Saturday night, or Sunday, So come by here with your friends, have a blast. They do make you watch a safety video. They do make sure you understand the rules of karting before you go out there. Again, I have done a lot of karting in my time, and I like to go to different karting tracks around, and I'm always interested in finding new karting tracks and new adventures. My next karting adventure will be at one kart, Shenzhen Karting, in Shenzhen, China as well. It's an outdoor gas karting location. It's on top of a parking garage, ironically at a building. So that would be interesting to see how that one goes. I've been there multiple times, and then maybe next time I will go to the big track to do some practice prior to a league race that's coming up that I want to join. So I need some practice in 100cc gas powered carts for that. But overall, I'm wanting to dial in like my karting and my braking on something slower first, and work on my turning, my apexing, my vision. So yeah, but with this session, the camera is primarily focused on my feet and hands. So if you're not really interested in it, you can skip to the end of the video for when I discuss the pros and the cons of this place. Also, on a note, guys, my GoPro died halfway through the running of this video, so it will cut off a bit abruptly here at the end, and my time will be posted during this session. Again, I do this for fun, but I am also fairly competitive, so if you go to SGP Karting, try to beat my time. I would look forward to that, and just message me with your time if you do go. I would love for you to race against you if you want that as well. So here's my time. I ran a 29.6 717, 15 laps. You know, that's a pretty good average for a karting venue. So the pros and cons about this venue. So I'm gonna let this image play for a bit. The pros are the facility is nice. They do serve snacks, serve drinks. They do have friendly staff members, lovely staff members. Some speak English, some don't. You know, it's clean. It's hospitable. They welcome you. However, some of the cons are that maybe it's a bit out of the way. It's not in a well-known location in Shenzhen, and getting to it is a bit of a hassle. But overall, it is good. So here is the prices for the karting. You can do the math. For 8 minutes, 138 RMB per round, which is good. Or if you buy 2 rounds, you do get a discount, because if you do 138 times 2, you can do the math again. So all of this equals out under what, 20 bucks ish, roughly about 20 bucks. And again, this is another big pro. It's very cheap. And again, the carts are nice, the carts are fast, but again, I haven't seen the variability in all of the rest of the carts. Maybe some are slower, maybe some are faster. Who knows? That's to be seen. So again, guys, this has been SGP Karting in Shenzhen, China. I hope you guys enjoyed. Catch you on the next one.